There's been some new updates in the AI space. I'm gonna just tell you about them. Try to do this quickly. I gotta tell you, during this demo, my trackpad is tripping. I'm at a work trip, so I don't have a chance to fix it. And I don't have my extra mouse because I left it at the production space. We're producing an event right now, and I left the mouse there. It's driving me insane as I try to do this demo, but we're gonna do it anyway, and we're gonna make it work. Okay, so what happens? Claude came out with a new update, and it is Claude Sonnet 4.5. And the thing that makes this update, just like always, it's the best writer again. It is the best coder again, if you're into vibe coding. But this time it's a little bit different. It got really, really good at building. And it thinks deeply when you ask it to build something, which I'll give you kind of a demo today and you'll see what I mean. Also, about 2 weeks ago, I signed up for Notion AI because I do use Notion. I like Notion, but I kind of just use it as a junk drawer where I just take notes and put it all over the place and I make little things here and there as I'm playing with it. But my Notion game needs a little help. So I was like, let me try this Notion AI thing because they came up with an agentic Notion builder. Basically, it says you can tell Notion to make something and it will make the databases for you. And I was like, wow. So I've been playing with it for a little bit during my, travels this time. Haven't been able to give it the whole focus because I'm not in my studio. But I always say you got to work when you're on the road. You got to do what you can. All right. So let me show you what I built. And this is crazy. I must tell you it's crazy. Please don't run away. Check this out. It's really cool. So I had this idea of going in to Claude and its new ability to build thing and build a habit tracker. So let's pop over real quick. And here's Claude. And I'm like, okay, fam, check this out. And I didn't even do the prompt correctly because I didn't talk out the prompt. I tried to type it. And of course, it looks like I tried to type it. I said, build a habit tracker, Notion template. I want to be able to add new trackers easily. I want to track daily and show progress stats for weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly views. I mean, I can't even read it because I said it so bad. And I said, ask me if you have any questions. So Claude said, I'll create a Notion style habit tracker. The reason why I said that is because Claude can't actually build a Notion template because I didn't have Notion connected. You can connect it and it should work. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I just said it. It says it's going to do a style template. So it's going to make a web page for me that does this. It will do simple habit completion method. It asked me if I wanted to do checkboxes or track frequency, like drink how many glasses of water, exercise 45 minutes. It asked me how I wanted to do the visualization, percentages, streak tracking, all of the above. It said, how do I want to categorize these things? Health, productivity, learning, so forth, etc. And then it said, what about the time of day? I don't really care about that. It asked about notes and reflections. So I said, simple checkboxes, all of the above. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about that. And maybe add some simple prompts so that the user, myself, or maybe you, could fill in the details. This is basically to get your brain going, right? And they said, perfect. I'm going to build you a simple checkbox daily tracker with progress, stats, streaks, visual charts. I'm going to categorize those suckers and give you space to do some reflection. So if you know anything about Claude, this is known as an artifact when you see a box like this. So it did actually create it. And before I jump in, let me just show you what it said it would do. It would make easy habit addition, allow me to have different views, give me some place to reflect, and will allow me to collapse things and automatically save this data locally. So hit the button, boom, this is what it came up with. And so if I go back to daily, and I can collapse these suckers. So that was health. This is social. It gave me a space to write in some daily reflections, which I could go in. So I could be like, I am happy I can create content, Everyday. Bingo, right? Call it an inner. So simple. Very cool. You can just try to pop these things in. And if I wanted to add a new health thing, I could say drink 100 ounces of water. Bingo. I could add that. So now there's three in health. So all you do to add something, click this little dude right here, scroll it down, and yep, yep, nope, when drinking, yep, yep, yep. Today I am up short. Okay. So that's all in here. Let's go see what it looks like for the week. I can click this, bingo. It says, did I take my meds? Yeah, I did take it every day because if I don't, I won't be here. Then it said, did I take my Adderall? Turns out I only took Adderall 2 days this so far. And for this week, I only hit my water drinking goal 5 out of 7 days. But I came down here and you know me, I posted a YouTube video every day. So super cool. This totally works. And let me close this real quick. I'll show you something else I said. I said, oh, it also gave instructions on how to use it, right? I said, what if I wanted to create this again? What would the full prompt be? And this is where the magic got sexy. It said, great question. Here's the full prompt. So it created this prompt for me. I will highlight it and copy and paste it, but right now my trackpad's tripping. So if you want this prompt, I can put it in the comment section below so that anybody who wants to use it, let me know. I'll put it somewhere so you can grab it. It's kind of long, but you can play with it, make some adjustments. But let me just show you what the prompt looks like. It's kind of cool. It said, um, do I want to create this web application? Because again, it couldn't create the real Notion template for the way I had it set up, but I think I fixed that. What's the core functionality? Simple checkboxes, easy to add, organized habits, all of that. What the views look like, what the progress statistics look like, what my daily reflections could be. And it gave some uh, requirements for UI UX, which stands for user interface and user experience. And it gave all of that. And I was like, gravy train. That, my friend, looks phenomenal. But what if I copied that sucker and gave it to Notion with Notion's new agentic builder? Didn't have to mess with anything. Let me show you what we did. Let's go back over here to the Notion Notion. Fam, this is fun. This is all right. So come back over to Chrome real quick and let me click on Notion. And so Notion has this AI thing down here. It's a little happy face with a nose. And what I said, I basically pasted in what I got from Claude. And Notion thought about it for a minute. Now, I highly suggest if you're building these things, whether Claude, ChatGPT, Notion, Gemini, whatever, when it tells you that it's doing some thinking, once it's done, if you hit the little disclosure triangle and let it, say what it's doing, it will give you kind of an overview of how it built it. That helps you understand how to ask better questions. So I did that. And then it told me that it updated the habit tracker. Boom. Told me how it did it. Gave some things. These are the blues, right? So you know that you can go back in and make these adjustments. And then after it finished that, it did some more building. It's basically building database. So it's adding these different categories. I'm like, okay, cool. Got down to the end and did the reflection section, right? It built all of this for me. Again, I had to type nothing. I was just in here watching it work. It's kind of phenomenal. It's super crazy. And then I said, okay, thought again. So here's the outputs of how I was thinking. Again, take your time, read through that. And when it was done, it said, you're all set. A habit tracker page has been built with 3 linked database, and you can set up the views how you describe. The habits have name, category, start date, meeting notes. AI views, views by category, the whole 9 yards. Relationships or how the databases were built. That will help you learn how Notion works. Say if you don't know how. I'm really sucky when it comes to the relationships, but I'm figuring it out by using this AI because it's helping to teach me. It gave me some basic prompts and it gave me notes on how to use this sucker and how it built it, which is cool. Again, it helps you learn what to do, right? But here's where it got quite swanky. At the bottom, right here, I'm gonna try to highlight this, but again, my trackpad is hardcore tripping. It said, do you want me to add weekly totals, monthly totals, quarterly totals, yearly totals, and charts that I can use to show that? I'm like, gangster, absolutely. It also asked if I wanted to add collapsible toggles so that I can, move around the page. Family, it did it, right? So if I come over here, I can open up this little bing, bing. Look at that. It's just cool that you can collapse that. It's super psycho, right? Loved it. And then I was like, yep, do that. So it did all of that work. And then it told me what it did. And it said, do you want to add toggles for reflections? And I was like, yeah, cool. So it did that as well. And then at the end, I said, I want to make this duplicatable as a template. And it made it so that, yes, this template, if you use Notion, let me know you can download it. So let me move this out of the way and show you what it did. What I like out of the gate, I added the graphic in the brain, but everything else it did by itself. Okay. I love the fact that it gives you little instructions. I said that. I also said, this is crazy. I said, I want you to allow me to, when someone takes this template, blank out the data and start again. The reason why I did that is I've downloaded Notion templates and you go in there and all the data's in there, but you can't remove it very easily. It's kind of a pain in the butt. And I was like, what if somebody downloaded a template and they want to blank it so that they can start from scratch and just have the template, not no data filter in? And it did. Man, come on. It did it by itself. Agentic Notion, super sick. It's like an $8 upgrade to your business plan if you already have one. So it's not even expensive. Matter of fact, I canceled some other stuff just so that I can do this because I'm just, trying to keep the numbers in check. You know what I mean? All right. So anyway, I come back in here. It built it. Everything that I wanted is in here. It even has a page where I could pull out the extra data. I could pop in notes, add some journal entry here if I wanted to, which I think is kind of swanky. I got drop down menus. It tells me that it's tracking the status. So that's all there, right? Everything that you need to know in Notion is in there. Um, it gave me some habits, what they look like, if I'm doing these things every daily, every week, whatever that case is. Some of the habits it came up with was like, sample for morning walk, read 20 minutes, deep work, meditation, all in there. Gave me a place to add my daily reflections and even some mood checker. Great, good, okay, not great, rough. Today is great, so let's go ahead and swap that. Bingo, today's great. And I have more tips if I want to see how I did it. So I can continue to refine this just by going to the AI and telling it to add some things. And it's just really cool. I love how this is set up. Let's try this. Like some progress. Just see what it does. But I just wanted to see how it's thinking. How does it you play with this? You can do the Notion trial. If you're already a Notion user, it is going to ask you to upgrade to a business plan. I was already on the regular Notion Pro plan, so my difference is going to be $8 a month because I pay yearly, but it's like $10 a month if you pay monthly, I believe. But you could do a 14-day trial and play with it because you might have been like, there's things I want to do in Notion. I don't know how to build it. And this guy can build it for you. And it's really crazy because it's sitting here doing this for you. Like, this is crazy. It added weekly progress by category to show the percent completed, filtered, jump from the quick check-ins tips page. All right. So let's go in and let's see that there's a daily check-ins. Come on, mouse, stop tripping. Let me close this out the way. Okay, here we go. I got to my samples where it's showing me what my weekly totals look like. And if you click here, you can see if I wanted to see like daily totals, monthly totals, weekly totals, all of the above. And I could clean up those check-ins, which I say, like sort of erase this. But let me go to my entries. I got that. So yes, it has gone in and built some progress bars that I can see, which I think is phenomenal. As you can see, the new Claude update, the new Notion update allows you to build things without you knowing how to build it. I know vibe coding is a thing, but some of you like, I don't even know what I want to code. This is something that's simple. So you might just want to build a habit tracker. You might want to build a catalog for your books or your movies or your DVDs or your VHS tapes, whatever the case may be. Go and check out Claude and the new update. Try this in ChatGPT. I haven't done it so far, and I need to go to bed, so I'm not going to do it tonight. But then also, if you are planning to play with Notion, go and check out the new Notion AI and the Agentic Builder. Trust me, I'm going to be in here for a hot minute because it's kind of cool. It's really cool. I think it's a good way to help me catch up to speed with my Notion. And you know what I always say? I don't know who needs to see this, but if it was you, let me know in the comment section below. Right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video I think you should watch, and I agree with him.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence, then let them in talk.